Good morning, Beau. Good morning. Looks like it's Supra finishing up on her morning walk at 6:15 a.m. What's happening, Supra? Good morning. Good morning. Well, it's Wednesday morning, 12th of November, 2025. We did chat with Ryan there. Beau, leave it. Beau, leave it. Leave it. Thank you. They've been out for 2 hours again this morning. The climate is 45 degrees. This morning it's relatively balmy. Climate change is real. We're out here at Beau this morning, just starting the poop walk. But actually, it will be pretty similar to yesterday, is my understanding, my prediction. The first poop of the day is in the bag. Nope. Let's go, Beau. Here. Come on, Beau, here. Somebody coming up on that path there. We're goofing around, but we shouldn't have been doing that. Try to avoid other people and other dogs that we don't know because of Beau's behavioral issues. So we're moving on. We just spotted a green light up call. They're just going into the tree line, so we're about 8 minutes behind Rudy. Well, here we are traversing the wooded section. You see the animal carcasses. You can see the graffiti on that tree. There's actually two nearly identical graffiti markings. I discovered that yesterday. It's the easternmost, I think, that has the carcass. Yeah. And here's the other one. You can see more graffiti. Very strange. Now this is where the California latrine is, up on the left. I got my finger on the electroshock trigger. Not to shock her, just a buzzer if I have to yell and scream. But I think Beau's more interested in Rudy coming down the path. That's right there is where the latrine is, behind that big tree. If you do have to not use a toilet and you want to come out here and poop, that's where you do it. That's what the Californians do. which is fine. They just don't dig a hole because, well, I remember in the mid-'80s when I did quite a bit of camping and rock climbing. The California theory was then that it's better to smear your poop all over the rocks and such, so as to not have the poop return to the soil. The sunlight and the dogs of the forest would take care of the poop, and the toilet paper, I guess, is the California theory. A lot of the theories that originated in California have been substantially proven to be wrong, but it doesn't matter because of the strength and the magnetism and beautiful hair of the California governor. Just about anything will pass there in that state. And a lot of it gets spread out to Oregon and Washington because we're on the West Coast, so geography plays a huge part in the scientific culture. Also, that state of Oregon and Washington is largely inhabited by the Californians, of course. The hell's Rudy? I think they're doing the loop. Can't be right. I can see them now. They're at the water rock area. Trying to feed Rudy water, but I'm hauling his water for him. He don't drink the water that April brings him. For whatever well, yesterday I learned that she's been hauling hot water thinking that it'd be better for Rudy's tummy. Nobody likes hot water. Unless there's a tea bag in it, I guess. Okay, you can see the ladies. You can see Beau making her move. Hey Rudy, good morning. The walk is a little more subdued than yesterday because they just seen each other yesterday, obviously. You can see that Rudy does still express quite a bit of interest in Beau, which is always nice. Not sure if Beau likes it though. The walk is winding down. Oh, could be a potential second poop situation brewing for Beau. Just did a 360. It's usually the sign. Yep. Whoops. Sorry, Rudy. That's Beau's second poop of the day. Sorry. We gotta go to work, Beau. She's so cozy, but she's a working dog. Well, we're back at the coal face. The time is 8:11 a.m. And there's no rabbits. Now there's a look at Beau. Well, her backside at least. The time is 1:35 p.m. I've been sitting at the desk all day working on a report and a presentation simultaneously, and I need to get them both done in the next 16 and a half hours of work time. That's the goal, at least. Quality might suffer, but the schedule is the schedule. We work all week basically to try to be able to take off a couple hours early each Friday. We use that time sometimes for power naps. And other activities. Usually power naps, really, but I lost the dog. You can see the construction of the giant mountain. Well, it's quitting time. Another 8-hour day. It's getting pretty rough. Is that a little bit of digging there, Beau? This is the problem with not exercising her enough today during the work day. She might have torn up Clay's lawn a little bit. Yeah, digging for rabbits. I'm gonna have to blame this on a colleague or a coworker, I guess. I can make that stick. All right, Beau, come on. Even her paws are muddy. Looks a little bloody too, Beau. She might have injured one of her paws. I'll have to check her paw pads and also her claws. She's missing 2 at the age of almost 7. Seriously? Yeah. I think we got a bloody paw situation. Yeah. Kind of as I suspected. It's a small injury. That's a problem with the golden retriever. They have a high prey drive, and I should never have let her out of the office without any other supervisions. Good morning, Beau. Good morning. We're back at the coalface. The time is 6:34 a.m. It's the 13th of November, 2025. Climate is 44 degrees. We're going to do a quick dog walk in a little while once the fog lifts. Hey, Beau, no digging this morning, okay? Can you make that commitment? What we're looking at there is some kind of animal dropping some scat. It doesn't look like coyote. It doesn't look like dog. So I'm not sure what that is and what it's doing at the west driveway at the workplace. The time is now 7:34. We're gonna do a very quick walk. Looks like Beau is walking okay, even with that paw pad cut that she sustained yesterday. We need to leave work a little early today, and so we had to do an early start, but we're taking a quick poop break right now. I don't have a poop bag, I just realized. So we're gonna have to just not worry too much about it. There hasn't been a whole lot of walking or pooping yet. But it is good for Beau to explore nature at least once a day. I mean, her workplace is 10 acres of gravel mostly, and there is some wildlife, obviously the rabbits, but outside of the fence line here where we're at, it's more natural. It's a better environment for a dog to be out into. Still no poop out of Beau. She might have done it there at the test site. I didn't think to look. And this would be generally where she'd want to go ahead and poop if she hadn't already this morning. Yeah. Behind me is the Hanford Patrol shooting range. You can hear them having a good time, them boys. Fully automatic rifles. I'm guessing 50 cal. That's what keeps us safe here at the perimeter of the Hanford site, which is a DOE former plutonium production area that's undergoing a lot of security there, obviously, a lot of target shooting, and also very leisurely cleanup. I just got the phone call I've been waiting for. Hey, Beau, you gonna poop or what? I'll have to bring her out again later this morning. Gotta head back. There's an engineer that's working with me doing some engineering stuff that I need clarification and some sorts of revisions on. It sounds like a rocket, Beau. Did you hear that? There's something else going on there at the shooting range. Interesting. My guess is RPGs. That would keep us even more safe than 50 caliber rifles. To my knowledge, the Hanford site has never been breached by anybody. There's not a whole lot really to do there if you do breach it, but it's always good to be vigilant. If you're the federal government, their ammunition budget must be astronomical because they're out here every day shooting, out there, I should say, not here, and doing their training. Actually, correction, Beau breaches the Hanford site probably almost every time we're down here. Well, I guess at this point, I'm going to conclude that Beau has already had the first poop of the day there at the test site. So it's been a half an hour. So it's not like this walk was a waste of time, but technically it's not categorized as a poop walk. More of a nature walk, I guess. It's snack time for Beau. Yeah, the time is 2:30. Me and Beau got to take off here in a few minutes. We have an errand to run in Pasco, neighboring town. Seriously? So I'm going to walk around the yard here. You can see we had a little climate today, which actually is convenient for me. I was going to test out my new leaf blower, but because of this errand and the daylight, probably going to have to deal with the leaves later this weekend, I'm guessing. I always like to be able to put off a household chore if there's a legitimate climate excuse. Well, we're back home from the errand. Now it's time to try to get Beau out of the rig. Well, it's dinner time for Beau. She's going to eat up the last of the chopped brisket. It smells real good. I just heated it up. During our trip to Pasco, we also went to Fiesta Foods and got a container of carne asada. And so that's going to be an extra special treat for Beau. I usually just cook my own carne asada, rancid. It's basically, I can't remember the cut of meat, but it sure as hell ain't flank steak. It's thinly sliced chuck steak, I believe. But we're treating ourselves this evening in the next couple, 2-3 days probably. With carne asada. It's from Fiesta Foods, a supermercado in Pasco. One of my favorite stores. I don't go very much because it's about 15 miles away. You can see Beau definitely enjoyed her meal with a lot of gusto. Holy cow. Oh, she's signaling that she wants a little more carne asada. Oh, come up. Oh. Good morning, Beau. Good morning. almost there, Beau. What's all the whining? Seriously. Well, it's Friday morning, the 14th of November, 2025. Time is 6:11 a.m. and the climate is relatively balmy, 51 degrees Fahrenheit. We're out here with Beau this morning, starting the morning poop walk. I never did track down any of the poops from Beau yesterday at work. So today we're going to prioritize tracking down her poop, examining it for healthiness, and that sort of thing. Yeah, I'm definitely downwind of that first poop of the day for sure. The first poop of the day is in the bag. We're in the woods section now. Hopefully it's a little more sheltered. I'm not doing much dogtography because it's dark and windy. Yeah. I just rolled my ankle in that little hole. Okay, I'm gonna walk it off. That's an unanticipated hazard being out here in nature, is little holes in the ground. I'm okay. All right, we're approaching the California latrine location. Don't do it, Beau. Okay, she walked on by. Now she's making a move. That must be Rudy. Making a very weak move. It's always good to see Rudy in the morning. We're going to stop here for a water break. They're going native. Like the land, acknowledge the land we're on. This asphalt is stolen land from the Siberian immigrants. A lot of times the Native Americans in the olden times would drink water out of the asphalt like that. The dogs abide nature, and so they'll use some of the same tricks that the Native Americans have used historically. We're doing the loop today. Time constraints. I need to get out of work early. Therefore, we need to get to work a little earlier than standard practice. Rudy rolled into something foul in the tree line over there. It's my fault for doing the loop today. Always a hazard. Hold up, Beau. At first I thought it was poop that Rudy rolled in. Now it's kind of a dead animal smell. So we've memorized that location, but we don't do the loop that much. mean, Beau does the same thing, and she smells awful at times, but we try to keep her not that way. Don't rub off on Beau, Rudy. Beau, keep your distance. This might be the worst Rudy's ever smelled. I'm a little bit downwind, I think, and it's like a choking odor. That's a term of art for red fuming nitric acid, like rocket fuel. Sometimes that's described as a choking odor. I've actually experienced that. Oh God, oh, this is worse. Yeah. You can see Beau's trying to stay away. Typically, he'll be on the dog's head and shoulders area. In his chest there, you can see the grime. Whatever that is, it's not good. Well, we're back at the coalface. The time is 7:22 a.m. The time now is 10 o'clock. I'm on a quick mental health micro break. Now another quick micro break. I'd be curious to see where Beau's poop from yesterday ended up. Might check that out also. Got about another couple hours. I gotta slop through a small test plan and send it to Japan before I leave today. But I should be able to do that in short order. I got to get back to the desk. This is kind of a behind the scenes. You wonder how we get all the balls back with a non-retrieving golden retriever. We do it by hand. She will retrieve one ball out of every maybe 10, but only after I leave the area, go back into the office trailer. She'll always bring one back. She doesn't like to be watched when she does her retrieves. You got it? Nice job, Beau. Well, we're back home now. I'm gonna put Beau to bed here. Time is 1:40. We're a little bit behind schedule. Well, just like last Friday, no power nap for Beau. We're doing this on a leash today because Beau attacked the new neighbor the other day. The new neighbor does not like dogs. He likes exterior porch lights that are really bright though. I learned that. All right, hold up. We're at Joy's house. Beau's gonna have a little time with Joy just to settle her down a little bit. Joy's a good dog. High energy. You can see how much slobber Beau's already gotten on her head. Joy acts fast. She is fast. Well, about an hour and 10 minutes later, I just pulled up and I seen Beau making her way home with the neighbor lady, Jean. So Beau was never really alone. I wonder if she's in the upstairs bed already. No, she's right there in the living area. Did you have a good time with Joy? The time now is 4 p.m. Almost on the dot. It's 4:05. Got to talk to Tom Lanzadel about a proposition for Monday. I'm going to stop by and visit. Tom, may I present Beau, a golden retriever.
Yeah, okay.
There's a new dog in this situation. Tom's ex-girlfriend got herself a new puppy. So we're down here in the basement going to take a quick look, but you can hear upstairs Beau's drinking some pretty good water.
After chewing on that bone. I don't know how much salt's in those bones.
I think it's all salt.
Not as much as
Maybe
when she was little. She was always down here.
There she is.
I came down here when she was little, but now that
She's grown.
Rylee, so really
Riley,
or
right.
Riley.
That's how a girl would spell Riley.
Yeah.
That's how you know it's a girl dog. That's a great looking puppy. Meanwhile, Beau went upstairs and retrieved her rawhide because she's starving. Yeah, Beau went ahead. Yeah, she's rolling on her own bone, which I'm not sure what to make of that behavior, actually, but just a happy dog. My guess is she'd rather not roll on the ball. That was a bad guess. That was Tom's guess for the record. Well, we're back home now, and it's time for Beau's actual dinner, not just a bunch of snacks. It was interesting. She started whining for no reason at Tom Lanzadel's house, and it was kind of weird, but putting it all together, I think she just wanted to come home and have a proper meal and sit on the couch. She's enjoying a little bit of the carne asada from yesterday, as you can see. She's eating real quick, too. Good morning, Beau. Good morning. Say good morning, Samson. Whoa. Good morning, Samson. Good morning. All right, Saturday morning, November 15th, 2025. Running a little late. It's almost 7:45 a.m. and the climate is 54 degrees Fahrenheit. We're at Badger Mountain. We're going to attempt an ascent this morning. For whatever reason, I'm already out of breath. Probably from watching these dogs. Hey Simba, what's happening? Good morning. Hey Chase, what's happening? We're almost at the summit. It's been quite windy this morning. Well, we made the summit. Whoa. But I'm going to push to do the ancillary summit also. Just to get a little more distance in. A lot of times Dave doesn't want to go that far. And we're going to do a little bonus. This is the viewing area. That's usually not authorized by Dave. There's not a whole lot of people up here this morning, so it should be fine. Nice job, Beau. You can see down there, that's the standard dog walk straight ahead by the bridge there. Second water break is complete. Now we're going to try to make the trek down. A lot of times the downhills are actually more hazardous than the uphill.
Probably look up there.
trick. Beau looks a little tired and or thirsty. Well, it was a pretty good walk. It's kind of windy. I'm not sure how much of the footage is going to come out, but Beau is dog tired and hungry. So she's going to enjoy a little bit of carne asada in her brunch this morning. Need to get her medicine in there real quick. The morning's kind of getting away from us. We got a lunch engagement in about a little over than an hour. We're out here in the yard. I'm testing out a new device. It's a Chinese cordless lithium-ion powered leaf blower. It costs about as much as a tank of gas. And so I went for it. Now that all the neighbors' leaves have dropped, I'm doing a little test case here in the yard. Doesn't work too good on the grass surfaces, but does really good here on the patio and in the landscaping. I'll show you this. And even in the grotto. So it's 450 CFM of lithium-ion power, so it's green. Well, as advertised, 20 minutes on turbo is all the power pack will allow. So I'm gonna charge that battery, but not bad. It's not a bad little unit. Like I said, 80 bucks is what we pay for a tank of gas in the state of Washington because of the climate commitment tax. We are definitely committed to the climate change is real. It's about 70 degrees right now. So it's not a very good time to be out of doors anyways. The house is kind of a sty, and I do have a kind of a guest coming over in a few minutes. Not really a guest. So just gonna do a quick sprucing up of the interior. You can see now we're mobile, headed over to Mr. Tom's house. Now he's going to watch Beau on Monday, and I guess for payment of that, he's going to take me out to lunch today. So it'll be interesting. Well, here we are in the yard. We're going to spend a little bit of time here with Beau and then head on across the street. Tom is saying that he got up at 6 o'clock this morning. He slept in. We never really get to sleep in much. Maybe tomorrow we will. Doubt it though. Not with a dog like Beau. Well, look at it, just fed itself and the dog.
We lost the power. Good morning, Jack. Good morning.
Now the dog is about to die from starvation, so we got the last of the carne asada and some bone marrow treats and their standard kibble. I just need her to regain her strength. Okay, she's looking stronger.
Oh yeah. Asleep.
Well, somebody just brought an outdoor chew stick inside the household here. Good morning, Beau. Good morning. You want a few more minutes? Well, it's Sunday morning coming down, November 16, 2025. Time is 6:18 a.m. and the climate is 45 degrees Fahrenheit, but we're wearing shorts because it is going to be a relative scorcher today. Now, it's been over 12 hours since Beau's used the potty because we went to bed so early last night, and I anticipate quite a bit of morning bathroom duty out here. But the primary aim, of course, is getting a poop out of the dog. The first poop of the day is in the bag. I just removed a goat head from Beau's right rear paw pad. I didn't know it was still goat head season. I think she's recovered. Yeah. I'm guessing that's a cyclist. We don't normally see cyclists that direction at this hour on a Sunday. Beau, hold up. Actually, that's interesting. Straight ahead there, that little mountain. That's a Badger Mountain that we did yesterday, actually. So, kind of fun to think that yesterday, about an hour and a half from now, but yesterday we were up there at the summit looking down here. But this morning we're not doing that. What we're doing is trailing Rudy. That way Beau will have seen all 4 other dogs in the pack within 25 hours. Water break. The second poop of the day is in the bag. Meaning it's highly successful walk. 2 poops in less than 20 minutes. Nice job, Beau. We just saw a green light. That'd be Rudy. Not the best place to be meeting Rudy because of the hazards, the carcass and the California latrine in this area. But it can't be helped. Yeah, you can see Rudy's off trail. There he is. Hey Rudy, good morning. Good morning. Beau. Well, we're back home now. We did make one stop and kind of hit the jackpot at the rancid meat section. So we got some carne asada for the evening, and we're going to cook up some breakfast burgers right now. Rancid Sunday, I guess we'll call it. Recovering from the aftermath of 80-20, $1.60 a pound burger. Beau is going to enjoy quite a bit of burger this morning. It is 100% natural beef. You can see she does enjoy that quite a bit. She's also got her kibble and her medicines. So it's a good hearty breakfast. Well, the power nap's over. It was highly productive. Now we got to see if we can get Beau out to bed. She looks a little cozy. I had to do a propane run, so I've been gone. Sorry, Beau. Looks like the rain is coming, which is perfect because I'm going to do a little weed burning right now for the end of the season, I guess. Sorry, Beau. It took longer than I thought it would, but the climate is definitely coming. I also did a little cleanup here of the grotto area. It's not perfect, but we like to try to do... Oh, I should have got those weeds. Shoot, I'll do those weeds at a later date, I guess. Well, I guess we're going to sit on the couch for a little while, do a little bit of lounging.
That was pretty wild, Chase. Wow. I guess you better listen to Chase. Huh.
Apparently somebody brought in an outdoor stick to enjoy here indoors. It's kind of new behavior for Beau. We'll allow it. It's okay, Beau. If you want to enjoy that stick here on the couch, go for it. Well, we're out here, just fired up the grill to cook some rancid meat for our dinner. Looks like the climate did take that turn for the worst. And so we're gonna have to be dealing with the wet dog on our hands going forward. I got a little bit of the raking done today. You can see the area here that I covered. Quite a bit left to do. The problem is these leaves are so dang small. You can see one even on Beau's chin, as a matter of fact there. It's mostly from the neighbors, of course. These little ones. Not from my majestic maple. Anyways. Well, the cook is done. It only took about 3 minutes, truth be told. So I'm going to slice up all that into pieces. Beau will go ahead and enjoy the first slicings. She's always my primary taste tester. And that's the second rancid meat meal of the day for Beau. A little bit of cheese in there too, for her bones and teeth. Well, you can see it slices up quite easily. I sliced a portion for myself, and then I'm going to slice the rest of it up once all the grease is drained, I think. Good morning, Beau. Good morning. Well, it's Monday morning, November 17, 2025. It's 6:11 a.m. and the climate is 58 degrees Fahrenheit. I guess we'll resume recording when it gets a little lighter. It's a little dark and foggy right now. There's Beau. We're out on a morning poop walk, which should be obvious. You're probably not going to be able to see this. There are two dogs, small size, that just walked past that street lamp. Actually, I might put a leash on Beau. The hazards here are the feral cats and the porcupines. Beau, hold up. Yeah, she's not paying attention. The first poop of the day is in that bush. Well, we made it to Squirrel Alley. I didn't time the lighting very good. I actually woke up before the alarm this morning. I'm not sure if there's going to be any squirrels out. I'm about to traverse the fingernail pavilion. It's a famous outdoor concert venue where Tom Lamsdell played in the 80s in his rock and roll band. D is silent. I'm not sure what that was. That spooked her. I think it was a leaf come down the tree like that and hit her on the head, is my guess. Yeah, somebody just pulled up there by the snow cone area. I don't think they're unloading a dog. Anyways. There's actually quite a bit of toilet paper on the grounds here, but that's not a California latrine situation. I think it's just probably kids and such. Yeah, a little too early for squirrels. The goal today, it is actually a late start day. The goal is to get another mile in for Beau. This walk is a little longer than the Columbia Point walk. There's potential for a quick power nap though, when this walk is complete. And there's nothing quite like a Monday morning power nap in my view. That's a poop bag up in the tree from long ago. I hope this doesn't mean they're going to allow horses in this area. Horse poop is an unmitigated disaster situation for Beau. It's also an underestimated hazard. Yeah, we was walking down there to the corner, but I forgot. And then I remembered about the feral cat feeding station. I'm gonna take Beau down to the river, check out the condition. Looks like Beau rolled in some goose poop. The gentleman there running just yelled out, quote, "That's a tough dog." It's about 50 million degrees out right now. The water ain't that cold, so I'm not quite sure what he was after, but I think it was a nice comment. All right, let's get Beau back up on the dry land. There's a controversial elephant slide. I don't know if we're going to be able to go ahead and see any squirrels this morning. I mean, the sun should be more or less almost ready to rise, but I think it's overcast, which is going to keep them squirrels in the trees. Oops. Whoops. Ah, unanticipated second poop. Way off. Shoot. I got her as dry as I could get her with just the one towel we have inside the house. We got a few more minutes here now. And actually, Beau's going to Mr. Tom's house for the day. Well, the dog here looks awful snug. We got about half an hour. So I might spend a little more time with her here in the bed. Well, we got to hit the road now, Beau. Another work week is upon us. Actually, Beau's not going to work today. You get another day off. Somebody just perked up. We're in Tom Lanzadle's neighborhood, actually, right now. D is silent. Beau's going to spend the day here with Mr. Tom. She'll probably want to go ahead and resume that little power nap she was having, I'm guessing. Hey, Beau, you have a good day with Mr. Tom? What's happening?
Yeah.
We're looking at a 57-degree indoor air temperature, so I think the climate's cooling off a little bit for us. A lot of people spend all summer trying to cool their house to such a temperature, but don't cost no money in the winter, that's for sure. All right, we're gonna get on the couch for a little while, and then it's probably gonna be an early night. I think we're both dog tired.